news just came down that Baylor has hired a running backs coach, and he will also be the assistant head coach. It's Oregon State's AJ Steward. He was at Oregon State from 2021 to 2022. After stops at Arizona 2020, BYU 2018-2019. So, of course, there's that Jeff Grimes connection. Rice from 2014 to 2017 at the same position as running backs coach. He helped Oregon State finish the 2022 season with a 10-3 record, with the running game that paving 196 yards per game, which is fourth best in the Pac-12, including 36 rushing touchdowns, which is third in the Pac-12. Oregon State rushed for 212 yards per game and 33 touchdowns in the first year in 2021. Under Steward in 2021, senior BJ Baylor became first Oregon State running back to lead the conference in rushing since Steven Jackson in 2003. BJ Baylor totaled 1,337 yards and was named all Pac-12 first team and honorable mention All-American that year. In 2022, this past year, true freshman Damian Martinez rushed for 182 yards and 7 touchdowns on 161 carries and was named the Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year and All Pac-12 First Team. He spent the 2018-2019 seasons at BYU under the leadership of then offensive coordinator and current Baylor offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes, like I said. Stewart, a coach alongside current offensive line coach Aaron Mateos at BYU as well in the 2019 season. Stewart spent a total of 6 years at Rice from 2012 to 2017, mentoring running backs Dylan Dullard, Joel and Davis, who combined for 4,226 yards and 36 touchdowns in their Owls career. He actually played, Stewart played in 37 career games at Kansas from 2007 to 2011. So, I like this hire, first of all, based on the track record and everything in terms of running backs. Of course, the question becomes the recruiting part. I think it just goes to show Juice Johnson left because, one, more money, and two, he was going to be the offensive coordinator. I mean, not the offensive coordinator, but the offensive passing game coordinator. 3 titles for more money. Baylor couldn't just compete with that. That was probably the difference in the end of the day. So what does Baylor need to go from here? Obviously, we're still waiting on Tristan Gebbia because I know he's crystal ball to go to Baylor right now at quarterback. It's just taking some time because of that medical red shirt thing with the NCAA. Of course, I would like to see another defensive back, it's particularly like cornerback. That's the only thing. Of course, there might be some more news out like Gabe Hall returning or players transferring out. It's going to happen after spring ball as well, and it's going to have to happen on the enrollee stuff, like the transfer to a different school tomorrow. I think that's the deadline. So then we'll have spring ball, all those spring ball practices, and then spring ball itself, and then there's a new transfer portal stuff. Players could leave again, and what you could add, and you could continue to add until the season starts for summer practices and everything. So obviously, maybe defensive line could be a need if Gabe Hall doesn't come back in the transfer portal. Besides another cornerback or safety, I say another wide receiver, maybe an offensive line like lineman like center, for example. So that's just a few things to keep note of, not just for tomorrow, but whenever the second transfer portal period comes here. So just to keep an eye on. Anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. It's going to 500 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go.